Welcome back everyone to another Penguin Z Plays On video, and today I've seen Black Phone 2, and okay, I am so just amazed. So to get out of the way, okay, this is a spoiler-free review, so if you've not seen the movie yet, watch this video. And also to get perspective for what I've thought before I walked into this movie, I loved the first Black Phone. When I saw the first Black Phone, I was amazed. It was one of my favorite movies of this decade so far, and it's one of my favorite horror movies from this decade, and in my opinion could be the best horror movie from this decade besides maybe the Terrifier movies, and we're not counting Sinners. So when I heard they were making a sequel, I was of course excited, but I wasn't hyped. I was thinking this movie should just be a one and done deal, okay? There was no point to make a sequel, and then I heard, oh, he's gonna be like Freddy Krueger, and I was like, oh, they're actually onto something. And then the trailers came out. It looked amazing. And then I finally was there. Opening day, I walked into the theaters and I left the theater just excited, jumping up and down. And this movie's peak. I'm going to talk about everything, my negatives, because yes, there's a lot of negatives, and my positives, all in a spoiler-free review. Let's talk about it. So I'm going to talk about my negatives first before I talk about my positives, because there's a good amount of negatives. My first negative is the pacing, especially in the first act and a good amount of the second act. The pacing is so out of order, okay? It's all over the place, in my opinion. The pacing is pretty bad, especially in the first act, okay? The third act, be ready for that third act. But that first act, it's not boring, but there's a good point where you might get bored in the first act, and that's my main negative. Another negative is not against the main character, and if you do not know, our main character in this movie is not really Finney, but more Gwen. And yo, look, I love Gwen, I love Finney. They're both amazing characters, and I love how they did that for the first film and the second film, right? And I really love Gwen this whole movie, but yo, you writers, I don't know what was going through your head, but you gave that girl a couple corny lines. There is like a good amount, maybe like 5, maybe 6 of corny lines in this movie that she says, where it just makes you go, ugh, why you say that, bro? Why? Those are my other things, okay? My third thing is the body count in this movie. I'm not going to speak about what the body count is or anything, but the body count in this movie. The body count in this movie is, let's just say, not usual for a horror movie. Okay? We're just gonna say that. And my final thing, the grabber. The grabber in this movie, amazing. In my opinion, 100 times better than the first movie. Ethan Hawke is just amazing in this role. It honestly shows this man could be a franchise guy, but they just don't use him that much, okay? This man gets introduced fully maybe 45 minutes into the movie, which is a good long minute considering this movie's an hour and 55 minutes. But still, every scene that he is in, oh my god, it is amazing. Every time he talks, it's chills. But those are my negatives. Let's talk about positives, okay? Because, like I said, Ethan Hawke, that was my main thing, okay? But, yo, the characters, you care for each character 20 times more than the first film. Finney, oh my god, he's not really main character. He's kind of on the side now, but every time he's in the movie, I am amazed. This just showed that Mason Thames, in my opinion, is one of the best actors in our generation right now. He gives an amazing performance in this movie, okay? He has a good quote scene, and it's already over TikTok, and it's just amazing. Some people might think it's corny. I think it's just peak cinema. And Gwen, like I said, main character, she's still an amazing character. I honestly love her. I still like Finney more though, but Gwen, still an amazing main character. But all the other side characters, you don't care for really. You don't really care for any of the side characters that are really new that are introduced, except this guy, okay? He played Robin in the first movie, and now he's playing his younger brother. I liked it, okay? I liked his character. But all the other new side characters that were a part of the camp, I don't care for that much. I don't know if it's because, oh, they barely had any runtime or what, but you don't really care for those characters. And when stuff happens to them, you're just like, oh, okay. My next positive is the kills, okay? Expect a couple kills in this movie that are, oh my god, way more gorier than the first film. This movie is way more gorier than the first film, okay? It's been shown this ever since in the trailers and everything, but the gore is on another level. It is more bloody, it is more disgusting, it is more everything. So if you do not like blood, I don't know what to say to you, bruh. Next thing is the dream sequences and the way this movie is filmed, okay? This movie is filmed amazing. Just peak cinema amazing. And the dream sequences, peak. Because in the dream sequences, they are recorded and filmed like an old VHS tape that's been basically destroyed and old. Which is just an amazing look to look through, okay? This movie, the dream sequences make the movie like 20 times more scarier than it already is. And it makes the movie just feel so much better. And most of the movie is in silence. There's not that much like background music, background noises. Most of the movie's in silence, which is kind of a more creepier vibe than the first one. I mean, honestly, I think the first one had a creepier vibe. This one was just more gory and more the horror genre. Ethan Hawke should have had he should have had more runtime, more time in the movie. Like, he would have been cooking, honestly. The ending, guys, okay, the ending is honestly peak. If you love that first Black Phone movie, that ending is gonna give you goosebumps, I'm telling you. And there is a huge plot twist in this movie. I'm not gonna talk about anything of it, but some of y'all are gonna love it, some of y'all are gonna hate it. I just know that already. My last positive I gotta talk about is just Mason Thames. Okay, I'm so sorry to say, I'm not trying to be the one glazing here, but this man is an amazing actor. This man should get he needs something out of this role. Okay, he needs something out of Finney. He needs something out of this role because he is amazing. But now let's honestly review this movie, okay? I want to say this movie, in my opinion, okay, I've seen a lot of people say it is better than the first one. I still think the first one is better than this one. Not because it's like bad. It's really good. It's just I really have a good piece of that first movie. It's just it has a good piece of my heart. So I can't really say this movie's better. Black Phone 2 out of a horror movie, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It was a way more gorier film. It's a real horror movie this time, okay? Last movie, it was a horror movie, but it didn't really give me horror vibes. It gave me more creepy vibes than horror. This time, it's really just horror, okay? This is just Nightmare on Elm Street and Sinister and the first Black Phone all combined, and you get this movie, which is amazing. But now, this time, me, Penguin Z Playzone, out of 10. Yesterday, I'm going to make it clear, okay? I seen this movie yesterday. I gave it a 7.5 when I walked out of the theaters. But now, I have time. I had time to rethink and everything. And I'm sorry to say, this movie is it's an 8 out of 10. This movie is an amazing film. I recommend it to all you horror fans, all the people that like the first film. If you like Nightmare on Elm Street, go watch this. This is probably the closest we're going to get to a Nightmare on Elm Street movie for a long time. And I just say, watch this movie, okay? It's just going to show you that Mason Thames is one of the best actors in Hollywood right now. And this movie, it needs to be good because maybe there might be room for a third film, but it's not necessary. But yeah, guys, that is it for today's video. I am tired right now, okay? There's a reason I'm not talking like I usually do. It's that, and also, I was eating popcorn, and I bit my lip. I didn't bite my lip, though. I cut the inside of my lip, so I can barely talk right now. It hurts when I'm talking, but I had to get this review out. But yeah, guys, I might drop the Demon Slayer movie review. I don't know. I'll think about it. It might come out tomorrow. It might come out. I don't know. It's gonna come out soon. But yeah, guys, I'm Penguin Z Playzone, and like always, everybody, peace out.